Here I am in the Cirrus jet with X-Plane 12, and there's a chirping noise coming from somewhere. You hear that? What's making the noise? Sounds like birds. Shall we go outside to check it out? I don't see any chirpy birds around. It's the flaps, just bouncing all by themselves. Right, I wonder what could be causing that. Let's step back inside and have a look at the controls. This flap lever is jumping up and down like a kangaroo. I have the flaps mapped to this axis on the controller here, but no one is moving the levers. Of course, this cheap Logitech throttle quadrant is the culprit. I have replaced this unit a couple of months ago, and those tiny potentiometers uses are just horrible right out of the factory. It turns out that there is a simple way to alleviate that. For that, we'll go check out the respawn curve feature, which is not new. If you are not familiar with it, there are plenty of YouTube tutorials on it. Our goal is to make those chirpy birds go away. Let's launch the respawn curve displays for the flaps axis. You can immediately see how restless the axis is bouncing around. On the bottom axis, you have the lever value. On the vertical, you have the respawn output. Today, instead of a curve, we'll use the feature to create a step function or a staircase function. The first step is to write down some numbers. First, select the linear mode. We will determine the lever values where we want to produce that output. Okay, we know the lever values are spaced from 0 to 1, and we want our lever position to be at its center to target the 50% detent. So we position the lever there. Looking back at the display, we have a reading of 0.44 for the value. Write that down. Next, we'll write down the output that we need to put the cockpit control at the proper positions. For the 0 and 100% positions, we know it's going to be 0 and 1 again. So let's skip to the one in the middle, which is the 50% detent. There. The display shows that we need a 0.54 respawn output to be in the 50% detent. Write that down. So now we have the lever values, which are the inputs that we needed to produce the outputs to the sim. We just need to find the midpoints between our lever values. A simple average calculation. The midpoint for 0 and 0.44 is 0.22, and the midpoint between 0.44 and 1 is 0.72. We'll see how to apply them through the respawn curve. I'll just plug in the numbers and the result will explain itself. And here's our step function. When the lever is in the lower range, the output to the sim is 0. Then in this middle range, respawn output jumps to and remains at 0.54. Finally, the output is 1 within the top range. The point is, before we had a continuously changing output, but now the sim will see only 3 possible outputs. Let's do a before and after comparison. No more jitter, no matter where I put the lever at. And the byproduct of this is now the flaps will only rest at one of the 3 discrete positions, whereas previously the flaps could be sitting in between the detents. So you might say that we have killed 2 chirpy birds with 1 stone. There you have it. Of course, the number of flap detents varies from aircraft to aircraft. You can take care of that using different user profiles in X-Plane. By the way, you can apply this technique to the speed brakes as well. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Be seeing you.